Good morning, everybody. It's Dani, the Wicked Awesome Gardener, and today we're going to go around and give you a garden tour. Things have been a little crazy around here. I've had my shows going on. One of them is now done, but half the cast woke up the day after the last show with the C word. We've all got the ick. Well, not all of us, but 4 of us from the cast got the ick, and we figured that was probably from an audience member opening night, because we were all religiously testing all during Tech Week and the beginning of the show. So we haven't been with anybody except each other pretty much all week. So, but I am feeling just fine. Just maybe you can hear a little bit in my voice, and I'm a little tired, but after Tech Week and a run of shows, I'm gonna feel tired. So, yeah, in general, doing okay. So don't worry about me. But I'm going to take you around the garden a little bit, and we're going to talk about it just a little as we head over. We have had weeks and weeks and weeks of 90 to 100 degree temperatures, which is way above the normal for us. Like, we're like 80 to 85. And if we get some 90 degree days, that's a heat wave for us. But in addition to that, we had no rain. Severe drought, just no rain for weeks and weeks and weeks. I think we maybe had a couple of thunderstorms, but it really didn't add up to anything that would really help our gardens or anything like that. So a lot of this garden is looking pretty weak. That's also because I did put some of the things in late. Like, normally I would be inundated by tomatoes and cucumbers right now and zucchini, but no dice. I haven't had a single cucumber yet. I've seen a bunch of flowers while I was looking last week, the little glances I've been able to take. I would also be swimming in beans, but with the high temperatures come blossom drop. So my beans would come up, they would flower, the tomatoes would flower, the peppers would flower, and they'd just all drop their blossoms. So whatever fruit was set that they kept on the vines, that's what we got. And now things are starting to pick up as we've had a week or so of temperatures down in the 80s. Way better, so much more comfortable. So I think we're going to start seeing a lot more production pretty soon. But let's take a look at the garden. Maybe there's something here that's going to surprise me, because I haven't really looked deeply for at least a week or so. Here's that gorgeous shampoo ginger that I did a video on a couple days ago because people had asked for an update. Oh, it's so pretty. And there's the bean trellis, yellow and yucky. And I wish I had my arch trellis, but it is coming down and being weighed down and kind of connecting in at other places. But we're getting some more flowers. We've got some flowers on the scarlet runner beans. These are the Cherokee Trail of Tears. Any white flowers you see, that is Kentucky Wonder pole bean. Do I have even any beans? Oh, there we go. We got some baby beans. All right, I'm gonna get something. There's got to be more on there somewhere, or more coming. There's plenty of flowers. The scarlet runner beans are starting to take over the tomato cages. Now, here is my problem with the tomato cages. You have this big, strong, tall plant, but it's all slumped over and fallen down around, even though I put a stake in the middle. Oh. And my other issue with tomato cages, or at least the way my dad's doing them, or made me do them rather, is that none of these tomatoes were pruned. And look at that. Look at that. Ugh. See, normally I would have pruned everything in the last like 12 inches off the plant. Same thing with the Thorburns Lemon Blush. That plant is so riddled with blight, because even though it's been really dry, there's no air movement in there. So you don't have the airflow. It's just a trap for humidity And if you're not pruning them at all, even if you don't single stem them, you should prune the bottom of the plant. You should prune away some of the leaves, not many, but some, because otherwise, ugh. This is one of my favorites, and usually it is a blockbuster producer for me. This is the pink brandywine, but as you can see, it's been very blight riddled, as is the true black brandywine, which actually really has not produced anything really this year. The star, though, has to be, like, look at how healthy this plant is. There's maybe a little bit of blight down at the bottom, but this is the sugar pud. This is a determinate Ukrainian variety. I'm going to do a little video talking just about this because it handled the heat and drought like a champ. That is a healthy, healthy plant. And really, nothing else in the garden handled this weather like that plant. So I definitely need to talk about that a bit. Looks like my jalapenos are starting to set some fruit again. My lute showers. So that's good. The eggplants as well have been setting tons of blossoms, but then they drop them because of the heat. And they are very, very stunted. They should be 3 times as tall by now. Oh, what do I see? I'm finally getting a yellow squash. Yay. We've been harvesting the potatoes little by little. They're not the biggest potatoes, I'll tell you. And again, that may have something to do with the weather, the lack of rain and all of that. But hey, the potatoes are tasty. The zucchini are huge. They've been producing a bunch. And this is kind of a mess over here. It is. Let's see. But this vine is the honey nut squash. And oh, look at, there's one. Oh, hey, this is, oh, super productive. There's another one. I think we've got another baby one there. We'll see if that turns. Oh, I see a couple of female flowers there. So we've got 2. We've got another vine that's going in through the eggplant, and I'm not going to stop it. This vine here, let's see. Lots of flowers. I don't know if we've got anything down there. We'll just have to check it as things start to die off. But hey, we've got at least, oh, there's another tiny baby. It's just a baby. So yeah. Oh, these tomatoes here. Oh, this is the Paul Robeson, the Get Stuffed, the giant crimson over there in the back, the gold medal, and Berkeley tie-dye. And the problem that we've been having with these that are not in cages is rats. Oh, the Castelluta Genovese over there too. Rats have been running up the vines and pulling them down and eating everything on them and breaking the main leaders of the plant. So I'm going to have to do something about that for next year. Maybe all of them need to go in those cages, but I'll tell you, I'm going to prune them, and I don't care what my dad says. This beautiful lush plant is my Kajari melon, and I don't know if I actually hold out any hope of actually having a Kajari melon because it's already the end of August. Things are going to start cooling down pretty soon. So hopefully this thing gets some flowers. I haven't seen a single female flower on it yet. Oh, the quest for Kajari melon. Wait, is that a female? Hold on. Okay, that may be a female flower. I'm not sure. I can't really tell. It's not quite fat enough yet to really determine, but I'm gonna crawl under my trellis here and take a peek at these cucumbers, because normally by now I would be swimming in cucumbers and I haven't had a single garden grown cucumber. All right, there's a baby. There's a slightly bigger baby. Yay. I think I want to train this to go around that way. Oh, here we go. We got another one. And another one. All right, that's pretty good. All right. And of course, we have one of my favorites, the angel hair spaghetti squash. This is growing bigger and bigger every day. Very excited for that. And hopefully I get more, but I'll take one. It's been a weird season. But yeah, rats in the garden is becoming a huge problem. And my dad likes to think it's caused by the chickens, but we were having these rat issues long before the ladies arrived. We've been setting traps, like a dozen traps every day, and we're not catching any. All the traps are getting set off, but we're maybe catching 1 or 2 baby rats per day. We're not getting Big Mama at all. So, not sure what to do with that. I don't want to put poison out. I don't. Because I don't like doing that to the local ecosystem. So we're going to have to figure out some alternatives there. The green stalk is so very filled out with beans. Like, these are super, super healthy looking bean plants. The strawberries are just going nuts and taking over all the pockets. So when I pull these beans out, more strawberry runners are just going to go down and take the whole thing. So this will be all strawberry plants for next year. And all these extra strawberry plants, they all came from the top row of plants that I originally got from Garden to Table with Heather Lynn. And they are going nuts. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is on a really short runner, but that is a whole dang plant. I'm gonna have to get like a little baggie of soil and put it under there to root this baby. But that's pretty cool. The asparagus actually has turned out really well. Look at that. Now the proof will be in the pudding of does it come back next year? Will this actually make it through winter and pop up next year? But we got some actual very thick stalks on this crown over here. Not as much on these two, but that one, maybe I'll chance harvesting a spear or 2 next year just for the taste of it. Woohoo! And the mint, of course, is thriving and very angry at me for being kept in a pot. This is my dad's grapevine, and some of the grapes are starting to turn purple. So they are blushing. I'm gonna have to do something with this next year. It can't just stay in this little kind of hovel that it's been relegated to. I want to see if I can get it and put it up on an arch or something. And that thing is coming down because it would block the sunlight for anything I plant over here in the afternoon, which actually might not be a bad idea if it's like lettuce and leafy greens, but I'd like to prepare this area for next year. So I'm going to be doing that this fall, laying down some cardboard, laying down some compost, and preparing it for an in-ground bed next year, because I'd like to have my big trellises up and over the archway here, and then growing some more things over here. Like this would probably be the tomato bed, and I would grow that there, and everything else over here, the peppers on the inside of the tomatoes because they like the afternoon shade. So there's a lot of things that I'd love to do here. But in the end, I'm kind of at the mercy of how much time do I really have? And that's actually kind of been a theme lately of how much time do I actually have to do things. And my body has not been responding well to all the things that I've been doing. Softball, 2 musicals, working 45 hours a week, just all the physical things that I've been doing. I've been in a lot of pain lately, a lot of pain, and it's definitely starting to severely hamper my ability to function. So I finally went to the doctor, and she sent me to a physical therapist. And the diagnosis is basically that I have been busting my butt so much that I have literally busted my butt. That's right, that's all the muscles in my back end are basically stretched to their outside limits. They are hurting, they are in pain, and they are then causing the bursa in my hips to be inflamed and cause major pain. And that inflammation has been traveling around my body to other bursa. So this girl's been hurting. This girl's really been hurting. That's why it took so long to do what I've done of the chicken coop so far, and why I haven't finished it up is just because of pain. On my doctor's advice, my schedule is about to get really, really slow. I will still be working, but my hours are being reduced because my nanny kiddo is going back to school. So that will allow me a lot of time to rest. And I think actually that working the nanny job is 90% of what's causing me to be in this pain. It's like a repetitive stress injury. And then my next show, I am not dancing in. My character does not dance. And I'm not going to do fall softball. So I'm pretty much just going to sit and relax as much as possible, do my physical therapy, and hopefully that gets me back to 100%. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming along today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Give this video a big thumbs up. And like I said, I do have COVID this week, so I'm sitting at home. You know, if you feel like running my videos a little extra this week, you know, that would really help out. But that's really about it. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.